Alright, guys, got another draft league battle to show you. Um, this time between the Fallarbor Flames, PFL Chaos, and the Twinleaf City Tauros. I probably butchered that, which is Swift. As usual, I do like a kind of play-by-play, watching this for the first time as you guys are watching it, and just kind of like analyzing it, and then kind of like my overall assessment of the battle at the end. First thing we do, start with team preview. Got Jirachi, Shaman, Lopunny, Electivire, Dragonite, and Avalugg. And this is AG. That's why you see mods that aren't in Sword and Shield. And they've got Gyarados, Infernape, Scizor, Raikou, Latios, and Amoonguss. Okay, so for them, Rock Setter is most likely Jirachi. Yeah, that's the only possible Rock Setter. Hazard Control will be Avalugg. Um, Honestly, not too sure what the Shaman could be doing on this team. Could be a little mini wall breaker a bit, or could just be. I think the thing gets Wish, maybe. I'm not too sure. Then you got Lopunny. I think that's probably Mega Lopunny. Electivire. Honestly, it's a pretty solid mix attacker. Wall breaker, so I'm not too sure what it could be running. And then Dragonite, probably D-Dance. And then over here, we got Gyarados, probably the Mega, or Scizor could be the Mega, or, Latios could be the Mega. So this team's has a lot of options. Infernape from the team, only rocker he has. Scizor could, like I said, could be his Mega, or it could be a Defogger, or Latios could be Defogger. Raikou, probably Specs or Combined, and Amoonguss, standard, just pivot regenerator. For leads, I want to say Swift's probably going to lead Jirachi to get off the immediate rocks, or possibly Lopunny to get off a quick fake out. For Chaos, I can see either Infernape or Scizor. Well, really any of these three because of the ability to U-turn and pivot out for positioning. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so he went D-Knight. And he went Infernape. Okay, so dual wing beat. Oh, okay. Dang, that sucks. I guess he wasn't expecting that. I kind of wasn't either, but it's one of the great moves that was added to Dragonite and Raikou of HP Ice. Because since it's AG, they can use Hidden Power. And he goes into Scizor, hits with the Energy Ball, doesn't do anything. At this point in time, and the Scizor has leftover, so it's not as Mega. Okay, Karen HP Fire. Probably, yeah, you turn out. Good positioning at this point. Yeah, Latios. Latios can pretty much just click Draco Meteor. It pulls out the Jirachi as expected. Oh, he Combined up and predicted it. Okay. I guess he doesn't really have anything that can really effectively handle Jirachi, or he might have been expecting something else. Then he goes in positioning, and I think Electivire gets Fire Punch. So Scizor probably has to get scared out, or he goes for Light Screen. Okay. And Scizor Roost. So that was turn I wasn't really expecting. So if the Electivire is setting up screens, it's probably to allow, most likely, Dragonite to set up, because that's really the only thing. But with Amoonguss in the back, which is probably carrying, was it Clear Smog? I wouldn't have set up the screens just because there's an obvious user that can get rid of them. Here comes Jirachi. Okay, that didn't do anything to Jirachi. He goes into Scizor. Probably gonna U-turn out here. Okay, Zen Headbutt. If the Jirachi's Scarf, he's definitely got a hard switch out. Okay, never mind. HP Fire. And yep, Scizor's Defog, and that gets her to screen, so kind of hurts those last few turns. And then Jirachi should, okay, HP Fire doesn't really do anything to Amoonguss, so I'm guessing Amoonguss is Spadef. He goes back into Scizor. Yeah, I probably would have just stayed with because even Zen Headbutt probably wouldn't have done much to it. if he is carrying Zen. I'm not sure if I saw that or not. And Electivire comes off. I personally wouldn't want Among Us because he already saw that the flamethrower doesn't really do much to Among Us. So, well, Among Us, I've been playing Among Us too much. So Gyarados comes out. Megas. Yeah, because with the U-turn in the back, and well, that crit did matter too. And plus, he's got Avalok, so that's setting up here wasn't is not the best. Yeah, Zeus comes out. The Raikou clears out Evalug. He probably could have went into his Shaman maybe. Was it sitting at? Okay, nah, he couldn't have went there. Okay, so Lopunny comes back out and he goes into Gyarados. Return. Yeah, that kills it. Not really sure of the switch in there because he had Among Us. Not really sure why he went Raikou there either. And Latias comes out. Jirachi again. Um, Honestly, at this point, I'm not really seeing how he breaks Jirachi. He can with Among Us with enough time, but I mean, he's got enough things to kind of like pivot around Among Us. But at the same time, Swift can't really break Among Us well. Ooh, that outrage hurt. That outrage really hurt. Yeah, it might be over. Yeah, he's got Sack Laddie, and then go into his Raikou, and I'm guessing Raikou has HP Ice. Yeah, it's probably done at this point. Like I said, some of the switches kind of like sealed its fate. They're a little like I don't know. I don't think they were the optimal switches in my opinion, but it is what it is. Personally, I wouldn't be trying to set up screens here just because. I mean, let's see. Has it revealed all its attacks? No. This thing's most likely going to be carrying Clear Smog. Well, I mean, I don't know. This battle looks like it probably can go on for like another 20 minutes just because of the mons they both have. Because okay, so he puts it on timer a bit, and Synthesis only has 8 HP, so Among Us can technically win the game because he's gonna really have a hard time breaking it. Like I said, the flamethrower really does nothing. He just can kind of just click off sludge bombs, hope to get some poison, put it on timer. And honestly, I would be clicking Giga Drain because it looks like up here he has 14 left. That burn kind of sucked. I'm not sure why he went for Spore there. I guess maybe he's trying to conserve the Giga Drains, but I don't really know. Flamethrower did like nothing, so I'm guessing this Electivire is like more on the physical side. Light screen back up. Lopunny comes out. Um, okay, so that's a Scarf Raikou. Okay, so that makes sense then. Oh, that did a lot more than I expected it to. Yeah, so that means this might be over because if yeah, it's over because since Raikou can basically 2-hit KO the Among Us, that meant it was done. But overall, I mean, good game again. I mean, these two always have like pretty solid matches against like other people and stuff. Okay, so you got some pairs. Let's see, can he get some hacks? Nah, he's gonna need a lot of hacks to power through that thing with Thunderbolt. But it looks like it's basically done at this point. I'm gonna end it here. Not gonna extend it because this could last like another 2 minutes. But overall, overall, I wouldn't really say who the MVP here is, just because nothing really stood out or kind of dominated the battle. I guess maybe Shaman for kind of ending it, but overall, I mean, battle went pretty well. It's just some of the switch ins were kind of questionable. Like turn one, leaving in Infernape against Dragonite, I wouldn't advise because I mean, there's no reason. It just for me just didn't see any reason to do that. Just because I mean, Dragonite just beats it like it did. I would have went into Among Us seeing the D Knight, to be honest, or potentially Scizor. Like I think there are better options. And then the sacking of Gyarados when he had Among Us was kind of iffy, but otherwise, I mean, pretty solid plays. But that's all I got for this replay. A few things though. Really let me guys know what you think of the battles. Like, let me know if you think that there's something I might have messed up on, like maybe my assessment of like a turn that you might have done differently that could have changed the outcome. Just because like it's good to see different opinions in the comments, and I do these videos mainly for the purpose of helping out newer battlers. So when they kind of see like a difference of opinion and they kind of seeing the reasoning behind both, it kind of gives them a little more insight into different ways to play and kind of different play styles because like I can be more kind of passive with how I play, and then some people are like a lot more aggressive and like directive, like their turns and switches and stuff like that. So it is good for other players to kind of see that dialogue happening, and as well for yourself. If you have questions about a certain turn, feel free to ask. I'll answer it. Or maybe if the people, because the people in these videos are actually sub to my YouTube, so they might see it and they might tell you why they did this turn. So always like engage and kind of like feel free to use this as a kind of learning experience, really. But that's all I really gotta say, and you guys have a good day.